This is the problem that every GM wants, don't you? You actually have draft picks who outperformed. They lived up to what you thought. Instead of saying, we got to go find another defensive player. We don't have a wide receiver. Don't have our quarterback. They have, at the three most important positions, if you look at the quarterback, well, wide receiver, maybe not one of the top three, but in the top five perhaps. So you got quarterback, wide receiver, and edge rusher. And you have elite players at those positions. That's what you want. Instead of saying, oh my God, another bust in the draft. It's almost like, oh, this is a terrible problem to have. We have three really good players who need to be paid. Well, I don't pay Micah Parsons this year. CeeDee Lamb's going to get paid. Should have done this a long time ago. Dak, I don't know if he gets paid or not. I mean, after a while, I think Dallas is I think Jerry Jones enjoys this. I truly do. Because he's getting more attention by not signing them. It's every day. It's every show. And I think he loves that attention. All it does is reinforce that we're America's team. He hadn't won anything. No team, franchise, in the history of sports has gotten more attention for doing less over a 30-year period than the Cowboys. I mean, the Yankees at least won a World Series not too long ago. Dallas gets all this attention. And Dan Orlovsky said this to us last year, I think, that he thinks, and I think Mike Florio talked about this as well, Jerry just wants the attention. He wants to be talked about. Because if you pay these guys, now what are we talking about? Unless you're talking about, oh, well, they live up to the contract. But every day, it's Dak, it's CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons. And then you start to think about it. If I'm a businessman, am I going to win a Super Bowl? Well, we want to give the appearance that we want to, the appearance, but you also want to be talked about. You want to be relevant. And think about the Cowboys. I mean, the Jets got this with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, prior to that, we laughed at them. Now you have the Jets, and you go, okay, they have a chance. As an owner, that's what you want. Is anybody talk? Nobody talks about the Clippers unless you go, what a mess. The Lakers? Well, we kind of look at the Lakers the way we do the Cowboys. It's good for business that you keep talking about us constantly. And I think the Cowboys and Jerry Jones, it just feels like that team is probably the most valuable franchise in all of U.S. sports. But it's because they're constantly talked about. Not in a positive way. Not normally. But they're constantly talked about. Yes, Mark.
Were the Cowboys this popular pre-Jerry Jones? Like when in the 70s?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, with Tom Landry, Roger Staubach, you had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, the stadium, left it open so God could watch the Cowboys. I mean, yeah. And they won, too. They were winning Super Bowls. Doomsday defense. You had, personalities there. Yes, they were. But this, in the last 30 years, nothing really to show for it other than more attention, probably than all of the other NFL teams combined. Dallas leads the league in that.